Hi, I'm Lee Burkeen with Louisiana Football TV Magazine. We have a great show. Our first guest holds the most interceptions as a Denver Bronco. That's right, not Champ Bailey, but our guest, Steve Foley, former Tulane great, Hall of Famer. Steve Foley will be calling in from Denver, Colorado tonight, and he's going to be on the 50th annual all-time Bronco team, the all-time Denver Bronco defense. And when you mention the great Steve Atwater, Champ Bailey, the guys they've had over the years, being on that team is special. Played 11 years with the Broncos. He's going to call in. We also have St. John of Plaquemine head coach Tut Mushmack, and also two great recruits, Corey David and Ryan Cerez, who are two great players from St. John. They've been playing for 4 years each. They're veterans of the football field. They're going to be coming on the show. We've got our Recruit of the Week, which you'll love. And we also we'll take your calls at 499-TALK on Louisiana Football TV Magazine when we come back.
Don't be left without power this hurricane season. Central Plumbing Company is now a Briggs & Stratton generator sales, installation, and service provider. Affordable Briggs & Stratton generator systems come with a 4-year warranty. That's twice as long as the leading competitor's brand. You can keep your cool because Briggs & Stratton generators allow you to use your central air in power outages. And when you buy a Briggs & Stratton generator from Central Plumbing, you'll get prompt, preferred service even during an emergency. So get prepared this hurricane season at Central Plumbing Company. Now at 7000 Greenwell Springs Road, 925-8552.
At Gulf Coast Office Products, we're at pace with the future, offering leading technology and multifunctional office equipment. Whether it's copying, printing, scanning, or faxing, you'll receive the best in quality right here locally.
Gulf Coast has been an integral partner in providing the technology for our company's growth.
From full-color imaging equipment to document imaging software for storage and retrieval, we're leading the way. Gulf Coast Office Products, excellence in imaging solutions.
So, Dad, can I borrow the car?
Where are you going?
Just to the movies, please.
They grow up fast.
Thanks, Dad.
State Farm's Steer Clear program helps them learn safety. You get lower rates. When you're there, State Farm is there.
Where are you going?
Work.
State Farm agents David Wilcox in Gonzales and Cliff Orso in Donaldsonville are there for you. Call to start planning today.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat everyone from Grand Slam hitters to grandparents. Now with 7 locations to serve you. If your doctor recommends physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, the physical therapy choice of baseball players, grandparents, and everyone in between.
Welcome back to Louisiana Football TV Magazine. Go to our website, lafootballmagazine.com. We'll have all the pictures from the show tonight on our site, and also the show will be on our site 4 to 5 days after we do our show live every week on Tuesday nights on Cox 4. We've got Steve Foley about to come on, and I want to mention Steve Foley, a longtime Denver Bronco football player, Tulane great. Steve, do we have you online? Do we have Steve?
Yes.
Steve, Lee Burkeen with Louisiana Football TV Magazine. How are you tonight?
Doing good. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you real good. How's the temperature in Colorado these days?
Well, the temperature right now is in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. So, but it's not too bad. I mean, it'll get back up there in the 70s and stuff, but it's starting to cool off a little bit now.
Now you grew up in Louisiana playing at Jesuit High School at once upon a time, and then Tulane as a quarterback. And I just want to let you, we're on live on TV, and I want people to know that you went to Tulane and played quarterback, but you played 11 years as a defensive back for the Denver Broncos as a safety, 44 interceptions. Still, you hold the all-time interception record. And we had Henry Rando on last week, Steve, and he wanted me to tell you hi, and that at one time he said that you know this story that you were too small to play football. Is that correct?
I was too small to play football as a freshman. I was 5'3", 105 pounds as a freshman at Jesuit High School.
It's amazing.
But I had a brother that was a lot bigger than me. I had two brothers older than me at Jesuit. One was a receiver, and one of them was an all-state center and linebacker, and both of them got scholarships to Tulane. So I came home from school one day as a freshman, and my oldest brother, Rob, asked me if I went out for football, and I said, look at me. I can't play football. I'm going to golf. I'm going to play on the golf team maybe, and I'm going to do some fishing. And he said, you're going out for football tomorrow. And it was either do that or get beat up by your big brother and or tormented by him. So I went out, and I was really small. So I didn't even like football until I got to be around a junior.
You never say never with a high school kid, right? Because you never know when someone's going to grow, and like you did. I want to mention, though, I met you a couple of years ago at Tulane LSU game, and we remember meeting you in the suite at LSU. You had your two brothers with you.
Yes.
And it was interesting at Tulane. I didn't really know this at the time, but you hold the record for the most rushing yards by a quarterback, 181 yards rushing at Tulane, and also you had the most. You led the team in rushing and passing at Tulane one year. I mean, what was it like playing back when you played at Tulane? I mean, you were going to bowl games every year back in the day.
Well, we went to a couple bowl games then, and of course we had a lot of guys from New Orleans and from Louisiana. I believe we had 40 guys from the New Orleans area. So all the guys from the big high schools, now they go to LSU, and but we had a lot of guys from Louisiana and the surrounding area that came to Tulane. So it was pretty competitive. Yeah, I think we were like 8-2, and LSU was 9-1 when we played them my junior year. That year we actually had a pretty good defense. We beat them 14-0, and they had a very highly ranked team in the top 10.
Yeah, I want to mention. And Steve, being with the Broncos. What do you think of their 4-0 start? And, this Champ Bailey, if you had a chance to talk and meet with Champ Bailey, who's doing a pretty good job, I know Steve Atwater, but you hold the record for 44 interceptions with the club, and everybody was giving this new coach a hard time in Denver, and they're 4-0.
Well, and you know what? I think anybody that says they didn't think otherwise is lying.
Right.
I didn't think they'd be 4-0 at this point, especially having a new coaching staff and a boatload of new players and losing, your top quarterback, your top player on your team, and then almost losing Brandon Marshall, I think he's back in the fold now. But what they have done, which is a remarkable job, is our defense has not been too good the last number of years. And I believe we have the number one defense in the National Football League, is scoring defense and rushing defense. So we got a very, very stout defense. It remains to be seen how good we'll be. We're coming up against the New England Patriots, but we did beat a good Dallas football team.